A loud knocking comes from the bathroom. Jim rolls out of bed to check the time, to only find out that it's 3 a.m. Then he starts to slowly walk towards the bathroom. Every step he takes, the floor starts creaking very slowly. The knocking stops right when he gets to the bathroom door. He starts to open the door. The door starts creaking very slowly. Strange. Where did the knocking come from? Jim starts to walk into the bathroom. The knocking starts again, but louder. "Who's there?" said Jim, fear in his voice. The knocking starts again, but louder than last time. Then he turns to look at the mirror. Then he notices a woman in the mirror with a large scar on her face. "What the heck happened to your face?" Jim starts to look behind him. Then the power goes out. "What the?" Then Jim looks back at the mirror. "How the heck is this possible?" Jim starts to go through the mirror into a room only lit by candles. "What do you have planned to do with me?" said Jim with fear in his voice. "You can't win," said the woman with the scar. "Can't win what? What is it you're talking about?" said Jim, while stuttering in his voice. "You will not win," said the woman with the scar. Jim starts to be pulled back through the mirror. Then he starts to wake up on the floor of his bathroom. What the heck was all that about? Jim gets up and heads to the sink. He turns on the sink. Water starts dripping from the faucet very slowly. Drip, drip, drip. Then he splashes water into his face. Wait, why is the blood and claw mark still there? Jim looks in the mirror, then he splashes more water on his face. Then he starts to look around again. Good, so it could have been a dream. Still, I just don't know. Jim starts his normal day, then while at work, he heads to the bathroom. When he reaches the bathroom and enters, the power goes out suddenly, and the building goes quiet. Oh great, now the power's out. The power comes back on. Blood appears on the bathroom walls. Claw marks appear as well. Then he looks in the mirror. Great, why do you have to always follow me to work? The woman with the scar pulls Jim back into the mirror. Why do you follow me to work? Said Jim. You will never win, said the woman with the scar. Like I said, what is your game? Said Jim, stuttering in his voice. Jim starts getting pulled back in from the mirror. Then the power comes back on. Finally, that's over. I need to go figure out why this thing is following me. Jim starts to go to work. Then 2 hours later, the power goes out again, which then Jim's work lets him go home for the day. Well, it seems whatever is after me wants me to be home. Jim starts to head home. On his way home, he walked past a store, then sees the woman with the scar. Why is she following me? He questioned. Jim starts to back on its walk. Before everything, with the power around him, starts exploding. What the? Said Jim. Jim starts to run home. Everything around him that has power starts to explode around him. Then he reaches his door and starts to open his door. Jim starts to look around his house, only to see that the woman with the scar was on TV. Why do you have to torture me, woman? Why do you have to follow me? Said Jim with rage. The woman with the scar just stared at him. Are you okay? Said Jim with curiosity. The woman with the scar started to lunge at Jim. What the heck are you doing? Said Jim with fear in his voice. The woman goes to grab a knife and she starts attacking Jim.